What is up guys, Tejas here from 11 Gauge Recordings. Welcome to part 4 of this video series where I'll be getting into the guitars. So I'll be getting into rhythm guitars, lead guitars and a bit of the clean guitars. If you still haven't, please watch my video on things that you need to remember before getting into a recording studio, and videos on how I mix bass and how I mix drums. Please like and subscribe for a lot more content. My upcoming videos are actually how I process my mix bus and special effects, things like bass drops, reverse snare, reverse reverb, that kind of stuff. So there's a lot of content coming up. Please like and subscribe, and let's get into the video for now. So for this video, I thought I'll start with the rhythm guitars. So I kind of keep the processing on rhythm guitars quite minimal. I kind of get the tone right before recording and edit them really tight before even getting into mixing. So let's just listen to a part of the song. This song is called Don't Get Too Comfy from my upcoming EP. And I'll then solo the rhythm guitars and I'll show you what I've done to process them. Here goes. So like I said, most of my heavy lifting is before I even start mixing. So I get the tone right. I have the Fractal Audio XFX 2. I get the tone right on that. I make small EQ moves on that too. And then number 2 comes the editing. I make sure that there's no extra noises ringing out and that kind of stuff. So I keep my noise gate quite tight. And I also keep my gain quite low, which kind of gives you a tighter tone. So that's the things I keep in mind before I even start recording. Once I start recording, I double track them, one for the left and one for the right. And I bus them together to a rhythm guitar group and process them over here. So as you can see, I start with an EQ, which is mainly a high pass, low pass, and just removing certain unwanted frequencies interfering with the other instruments. So let's just solo the rhythm guitars and I'll show you how the source tone sounds. Here goes. So once I bring the EQ in, here's how it sounds. So you can see a lot of those annoying frequencies and that low rumble is gone. Also, I don't really use frequencies above 8 or 9K usually for rhythm guitars, because it might interfere with the cymbals and all of those high frequency content. So that's how I usually do it. Second step is another EQ, mainly for the bite of the guitar. So let's just see how it sounds without first. Just some small EQ moves there. Now this EQ is mainly to remove certain frequencies, again, that are interfering with other instruments. Bypass first. So a lot more cleaner and smoother once that EQ is put in. Finally comes a limiter, mainly for a bit of gain to match the volume of the drums and kind of to level out any erratic notes of the guitar. So without first, it might get a bit too loud. So you can see it's not doing too much, it's just leveling out any notes that go a little out of hand. So that's it actually for the rhythm guitars. Like I said, I keep it minimal. Now for the cleans and leads, believe it or not, there's not much going on for the cleans. I can play the cleans for you. As you can see, there's nothing going on here. All the EQ and effects like reverb and delay is all printed onto the tone already from the XFX2. So I'll just play it for you and you can see it's just printed as such, and I've not done anything to it after that. So here goes. So as you can see, there's nothing, there's no processing on the cleans. Now for the first lead, there's just an EQ and a Renaissance Axe compressor. That's it. It's not doing much. It's mainly just leveling out the notes. That's all it's doing. So this is how it sounds soloed. Let me just bypass the plugins on the clean lead thing going on here, and you can see the difference between the processed and unprocessed version. Here goes. So mainly what I've done is kind of make it stand out a bit more. That's it, and leveling out those notes. After that comes in this lead part over here. So there's actually a tremolator plugin that actually the lead part starts with and then it gets bypassed. So let me show you what the part actually sounds like. Let me just solo only that part for you. So let me play that with the rest of the layers and you can kind of hear what is exactly doing. So that's it. And the second tremolator is actually for another part of the song. I think it's this part. Oh, sorry, it's this part of the song. Let me just play that for you. So how that part actually sounds is like this. So mainly I just set the shape of the tone that I want, and the rhythm it has to follow. The tempo is set to the session tempo, that's 140. That's about it. And there's a EQ and compressor again to just level out the notes. That's about it. Let me just play this part for you with the entire mix. Cool, that's about it for guitars. I'll see you guys next time for mix bus processing.